Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to look at the forecast for each life path number for the month of November 2023. Before we get into that, this, of course, is a general reading. If you would like a personalized reading where we'll take a look at your actual personal numerology and dive a bit deeper into that, you can book some time with me. My information is in the description box below. I would love to work with you. On that note, I'm getting ready to put out the the 2024 year ahead forecast for each life path number. I'll probably have those out in early November. Or let's just say mid-November to be safe. But if you're interested in sort of getting ahead of the curve and you want to know your personal year ahead forecast, because it will be different than, potentially different than the life path forecast. If you want to know your personal year ahead forecast, then book some time with me. I would love to look at that for you. I will also include, if you book before January 2024, then I'll include any time up to that point. So if you book now, then you'll get the rest of October, November, December, and then all of 2024 in your forecast for your year ahead. So, and if you book in January, that's great too. You'll get all of 2024. So, if you're looking to maybe get figure out what's going on potentially for the next couple of months, then this is a great time to book because I will throw those additional months in for free. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at November. I can't believe we're already here, but here we are. So let's take a look. Life path number 3. So November is emphasizing your own energy. So you are working with the energy of the 3 this month. So a lot of themes could be coming in around creativity, right? So a big emphasis of the 3 is that creative life force energy that's moving through all of us. But for 3s, there's something about, such a big part of your journey is really moving that energy, like really moving it through you. Whether it's just moving your body and getting that energy to move energetically, or if it's, moving it through you through inspiration and then creating something very tangible, whether that's through a hobby or a profession, etc. So I do think that you may find this month that big inspirations come in for you, great big new ideas, that you can decide what you want to do with them. The key, of course, is to explore whatever it is that comes in for you. If it feels aligned, even if you don't feel ready for it, that's usually how it works, right? It comes in, we don't feel ready for it, so we self-sabotage and then we don't do anything with it. When really it's like just one foot in front of the other, baby steps, see where it takes you, explore the new ideas. You don't necessarily even have to know what you're meant to do with it. Like if something comes in for you, just follow the breadcrumbs, follow it and see where it takes you. And I'll just use a really quick personal example. So 2 years ago, it came in for me very, very strongly to relearn Spanish, right? I used to be fluent. I lost it because I didn't use it type thing. Anyway, it kept coming in. And I was like, I don't really know why I'm being called to do this. I knew there was a purpose, but I didn't know why. And so it kept coming in. So finally I was like, all right. So started taking classes. Anyway, 2 years later, I finally understand why I was called to do that. And I'm not going to go into that here, but it took 2 years of just following those breadcrumbs, of continuing to pursue it. I had no idea why. I just knew I had to do it. And now it all makes sense. But so my point of that very brief cryptic story is, if something comes in for you this month, 3s, if you feel called towards it, don't focus so much on the why or sort of what the end goal is going to be. Really just follow those breadcrumbs. Just continue to follow it and follow your heart, follow that inspiration and see where it takes you. Just, surrender a little bit, release control to say yes to something because it feels right for you. You don't have to have all the puzzle pieces just yet. They will come, right? They will fall into line when you're ready for the next puzzle piece. So I do think that there could be some, like I said, some new opportunities, new ideas, fresh new ideas coming in for you that you're meant to explore. It may be that as you start down that journey, you decide this isn't for me, and that's okay. Turn around, go in a different direction. You're allowed to do that, right? But the key this month, I think, is going to be really honoring those ideas, those inspirations, those sort of nudges that come in for you. The other thing I would say is, again, because with threes, sometimes, because there's so much creativity flowing through you that, it can get, if you don't do something with it, if you don't move that energy, it can get stopped up, right? It can get sort of stuck within you, and it can create sort of physical ailments. And so again, I would say, if you don't know, what you want to create, or you don't know what you want to do with that energy, just move your body. Find a way to move your body that feels good, not looking for a necessary end result, but just move your body. Go for a walk, get up and dance, or just shake, whatever you need to do to just move that energy. That is important for everyone, but it's really important for threes. And so you may feel this month that you start to feel really frustrated or agitated, or just there's a lot of energy but you don't know what to do with it. Just move your body. Just find a way to move your body, and you'll sort of move that energy, because we don't always have to create something tangible with that energy, right? Okay, so you could see that coming this month. The other thing, of course, is to shine, to be bold, to take a leap of faith and do something new and exciting and different, but that feels really uniquely you. So there is this very silly side to the three, because it's so connected to our inner child, right? And so the journey of the three is about letting that inner child out to play and letting the inner child take the lead a lot of times. So again, if you want to do something silly, if you want to be, playful or use your imagination or all of these things, you're so encouraged to do that all the time. But of course, this month you'll probably feel that a lot more strongly. The key of that, though, is a lot of times other people don't understand it, especially people who have lost touch with their inner child. And so, three energy is often very big energy. And so a lot of people don't know how to handle such big energy. And this month is saying, who cares? Just be you, be authentically you, be uniquely you. Threes, the three energy is not interested in, clones, right? Being just a duplicate of somebody else, or, just copying somebody else. It's so boring for three energy. It needs to be unique. It needs to be expressive. It needs to be big and bold and brave and all these things, and just have fun and use their imagination. And so, this month is saying, do that, do more of that, do more of what lights you up, and do more of what brings you joy, do more of what allows you to express yourself in the most authentic, freeing, fun way. And you may lose people because of that. People might not be able to know how to handle it or judge you or whatever the case may be. But guess what? Those are not your people. The people who see you for who you are and want to see you be successful and want to see you shine and want to see you sort of really love that side of you that's so authentic will be by your side and will support you and cheer you on. So I do think that a lot of that could be coming in to reconnect to your joy, reconnect to the things that light you up, that bring you happiness. Surround yourself with those people who are supportive of you being authentically you, no matter how weird or different or fun or jovial that may be. Some people really like to get stuck in their sort of, I don't want to say their misery, but in their very much sort of, just, I don't know, boring, mundane lifestyle, that anything outside of that, anything super colorful, pushes against their comfort level, right? So just be you. This month is going to really push you to do that. And I know that's so cliche, everybody says that, but it really is so true for three energy. It's true for all of us, but it really is true for three energy. Just as much as you can let yourself come through in what you do and how you show up and move through the world, the more you're going to see things just start to flow and fall into place as if by magic, because you're in the flow of this energy. You're aligned with this three energy. The other thing that could be a really strong, there could be a strong emphasis on is, of course, communication, because that's another big part of the three. So you could see lines of communication open this month. You might have to be the one who initiates it, and really be open to not only sharing and expressing yourself, but also be open to other people doing the same and truly listening to what they have to say. And then from both, sides communicating, coming up with some kind of solution or a game plan or whatever the case may be. But lines of communication could open this month. So again, it's what we do with it. And remember, communication is a two-way street. So if it's just you talking to the other person about your needs, your desires, your wants, et cetera, but you don't have space for that honesty from another, then it's not true communication. It's a monologue, right? And so I think you could see themes come in, especially around your relationships, where communication is needed and where you might need to approach communication maybe a little bit differently. Or maybe you'll learn something more about your communication style or how you can communicate better or what others need to feel like they can communicate with you, right? The other thing is, of course, I pulled an animal wisdom message for you all, and you got Black Panther. And so there's definitely something here about focusing your energy into something. And again, this kind of comes back to creativity, but really focusing, getting serious and focusing your energy on something. But it's not an impulsive energy. So it's not like I want to learn how to play the violin. Let me buy all this stuff and learn how to play it and then get bored with it and give it up. This is a very because it's Black Panther, there's something here about strategy, right? So being very strategic in an action plan or how you're focusing your energy or sort of your end goal with that energy. Because you don't want to, it's something that's going to ask you to commit to it. So you're not going to want to go in quickly and then run out of steam and then give up on it. So it's going to be something that you'll need to strategize about, come up with an action plan, and then follow that plan, get organized, get serious. If you've been procrastinating about something, this could bring an emphasis on where it is that you need to sort of clean that up a little bit and get serious and get focused. But there's definitely something here about, because with Panther energy, they will stalk their prey to make sure that where they're expending their energy is where it best suits them, right? So there's definitely could be some opportunities coming in for you this month that you need to be very strategic in how you go about committing to them or moving through them or working towards whatever this is. And I would say take a risk, yes, but let it be calculated. Make sure that you're doing your due diligence to make sure it's something that speaks to you, but then also something that not only serves others, but also serves you as well. So I would say definitely be strategic and be careful of not being too overly impulsive, especially when it comes to those long-term commitments. I think that's really the key. Things that are more short-term or, low risk, so to speak, be impulsive, go for it, have fun. But those things that you have to sort of commit yourself to that could be long-term and take some kind of investment, I would say be very, very strategic about those moving forward. I hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now.